favorite radio station.
This is Afro Vibes Radio Houston.
Here on the Sourceseeker Hour on Afro Vibes Radio, the #1 internet station in the world. Yes, I'm your host, Baruti Carl Alexander, the Sourceseeker. I'm here with my co-host, Pamela Ballard Hicks, co-host and co-producer. How you doing, Pam?
I'm doing just great.
Oh,
Happy
great.
to be here.
Yes. And we're here also with a member of our group, her husband, Jonathan. How you doing, sir?
Doing fine.
Oh, thank you very much. This is the Sourceseeker Hour on Afro Vibes Radio, the #1 internet station in the world. We are restarting our critically acclaimed radio program. As I said, it will be bigger, it will be better, and now coming to you every week. It will have powerful guests and topics, and the Sourceseeker Hour discusses current events, politics, and things relevant to society in an intellectual and profound discussion. We will have interviews, guests, and weekly surprises. Tell them a little bit more about what we are going to be doing, Pam, coming up.
Well, I'm excited to start back the Sourceseeker Hour. It's just a blessing. The new schedule of the shows will be starting September the 24th. We're going to have a political climate with guest Eric Fagan and also Holland Jones, who's running for Fort Bend County Sheriff, in addition to a city council member that's running for city council. And on October...
And let me mention those two names. That's Tarsha Jackson, and that is Marlon Christian. We'd be welcome to have them with us next week.
Absolutely. Thank you. And starting October the 1st, our theme is Black Music Hurting or Helping the Community. October the 8th, the theme will be the rate of Black girls being suspended from school at a high accelerated rate, more than the boys, particularly in middle school. That's what the conversation.
And for that particular program, we will have some very powerful guests running for school board. Dr. Patricia Allen, Miss Geraldine Cox, and political aficionado, Miss Arnetta Hicks Murray. So that would be a great show also. And for the music show, Brother Daraja, the stylist, The Quiet Storm, Jay Alexander, and Brother Mr. Lyndon Pierce, and the Jeff Sam Esquires. So we will have 2 upcoming exciting shows and look forward to those. At this time, I want to say why the name Sourceseeker Hour. I want to bring people back to why we use that name. Of course, I'm the source seeker, and it pretty much tells the story of who I am. I'm always seeking the source and trying to understand and trying to figure things out and trying to make a better way. But the name Sourceseeker, it says, a seeker seeks to connect with the divine spark within him or herself, and seeks to shine that bright light from a lampstand and to use that bright light to brighten for a better humanity. This show will now operate under our group. As a group, we are bringing this show to you. The group is the name, the Brighter Source Group, and we want to be brighter lights to bring a brighter source to the community. So this is a collaborative effort of myself, Pam, members of the group, including her husband, as we bring forth the new Sourceseeker Hour and new initiatives to the community to help better our community. Certainly, we have a lot of things to be able to try to make better. I want to discuss or bring Jonathan up now and ask him about the class Safety and Security for Young Black Men, which is a very, very important class and thing that we have.
Basically, it's going to be a series of talks and discussions, interaction in the community, interaction with the police, interaction at school, interaction within yourself, learning yourself, and practicing individual thought, and it's using the basic fundamental understanding of doing right and doing wrong, and understanding that's always the consequences of negative behavior. So it's going to be a series of talks I'm going to be doing when I come along.
I can hear some of our young men, but you say it's about right and wrong, but don't we decide what's right and wrong for ourselves, or can you expound on that?
Basically, when I talk to children, I say it's one simple way to tell them doing something right and doing something wrong. You have to honestly ask yourself one question. What I'm about to do to someone, would I like to have someone else do that to me? If that answer is no, then you automatically know that what you're doing is wrong.
Basically, the golden rule.
Simple as that.
Which can cover across many different programs, things, interactions. The golden rule, if we can learn to live by that, that will help us carry ourselves moving forward. Pam, tell us a little bit about the class that you teach, Mothers Secure Your Daughters. All these under the Brighter Source Group people.
Well, keeping our daughters safe is always important. It's very important to me because once the daughters are safe, and then we can have a community or a home that's filled with, just great blessings. I think the woman or even the young girl offers so much to society, and it brings so much to our lives. I'm speaking for the girls because I'm a woman. I'm speaking for the woman because I am a woman. So I'm speaking from the woman's perspective. But one of the main things that I want to say is that girls need positivity. The environment needs to be positive. And from a positive environment, I think that we can grow strong girls. And one of the other things is that loving them despite their mistakes. And in addition to that, praying them up. We got to pray, we pray for our children, and we got to keep praying them up and hoping that they'll go in the right direction, even if they fall. That's what we do as parents. And that's what I'm saying, the security and safety. And while we do, the main thing also, additional things, that when our daughters, keeping them safe, teaching them how to choose the right friends, the right boyfriends.
Well, I as a father of two girls, let me say 18 and 15, whoa, it's not an easy thing. You were saying, teaching them how to get the right boyfriend, and so you could tell them, choose this person or that person, or don't you? They don't always listen to me. I'm still trying to work it out with my middle daughter, my 18-year-old. She don't want me to say she's messed up 3 cars in 2 years, but okay, we'll keep that one a secret. But I'm still trying to learn every day how to deal with them as a single father, and they know how to make my eyes water and cry and all that kind of stuff, but I'm trying to get a little bit tougher as I go along. This is the Sourceseeker Hour on Afro Vibes Radio, the #1 internet station in the world. And yes, we're back, more powerful, more profound, and looking forward to interacting with the community, far, large, and wide. We will now have a break with our sponsor, and after the sponsor, we will have a break. The motherland where life started, Kilimanjaro, the most important place in the history of the world. Have you ventured to find your history? Have you sought out the history of creation? Join Brother Godwin King in Arusha, Tanzania, the Tanzania Wellness and Mountain Retreat, and learn about the history of creation. Tour the Serengeti, the place you see with all the animals on TV, and see the true experience of nature. Climb Mount Kilimanjaro and look into the beginnings of creation. Explore Ngorongoro crater, where some scientists believe a spaceship landed and planted the seeds that started all life on Earth. Check him out online at Meru Lodge Tours and Safaris. That's the Meru Lodge Tours and Safaris online. Thank you. We will be right back in a second.
Afro Vibes Radio, the #1 online radio station on the net, reaching over 177 countries around the world.
The #1 internet station in the world. And yes, we are back with the famous Sourceseeker Hour. I heard so many different comments from people when the show was active and flowing. and people really like the show. And I'm really grateful to my co-producer here, Pam, for helping us start back the show. It has some challenges, getting powerful guests, and we like to have powerful guests every week, and that is a challenge. But we are moving forward in the best and the most powerful way possible, and we look to have the Sourceseeker Hour in the range of everybody to hear, everywhere in the nation and international, and that is what we're looking to do. This is the Sourceseeker Hour on Afro Vibes Radio, the #1 internet station in the world. As Pam stated, our next show will be the Political Forum, and in this political climate, being a politician is a challenge also, and we will have four powerful politicians, two running for city council, as Sam mentioned, Tarsha Jackson and Marlon Christian, and then two running for Fort Bend Sheriff, and that will be Eric Fagan and Holland Jones. And we look forward to those gentlemen coming. And then we will have Is Black Music Hurting or Helping Our Community? Brother Daraja, the stylist of My Block Records. Brother Jeff Sam, a musician. The Quiet Storm, Brother Jay Alexander, and Mr. Lyndon Pierce, also a musician. And we will have great discussions about the realm of music in this day and age. There's so many things happening across the board. You got Megan Thee Stallion, you got Cardi B, you got all of these different musicians, and the brothers will chime in on that. Then on October the 8th, we will have Why is the Rate of Black Girls Being Suspended from School Rising? And as the father of two young black girls, I can understand why some of my daughter, this between me and you now, she has a smart mouth. And it takes a lot of discipline to say, Daddy, don't raise your hand. But yes, I can understand. And maybe we can delve into some issues as to what's really going on with the young ladies so that maybe we can impart some knowledge. And then, as Brother JP mentioned, we got safety and security for young black men also. JP or Pam, do you all want to chime in, say anything about the classes or any of the other things that we're doing?
Well, I also want to mention that on October the 22nd, the show would be Should Prostitution and Marijuana Be Legal?
I must say I'm still working out that the best aspect of that, because maybe the marijuana part, we're going to look at maybe more look at vaping as far as that, because vaping is a big thing now and our kids are doing that. So me and Pam will talk about that, and we're going to design that particular show to have the most impact. So that's October the 22nd. There's going to be something about that. Then on October the 29th, do we have, that's self-care and self-actualization. And a very powerful sister has agreed to headline that show. We're going to have others. But Jonah Renee, the author and one of the authors of the SALT movement, is going to be one of the heads of that and talking about that. And we look forward to have her. This is the Sourceseeker Hour on Afro Vibes Radio. I want to talk a little bit about the Brighter Source Group. What is the Brighter Source Group? It is our group, our movement to bring about change in our small circle and have that light expanded. Right in line with what Sourceseeker's message was, but the Brighter Source Group is a non-profit organization that has a mission to bring a brighter light to the community in whatever ways that can happen. The Sourceseeker Hour is one of the ways, our classes are another way. Exercise in the park on Thursday or Sunday. We can do that also. I invite everybody here if you want to come and exercise, or I come to you and exercise. It's a very important thing, especially once you get up there in age. We got to keep that going as much as possible, because anytime we fall down a little bit, it's so harder to get back up. It's harder to get back up. I mean, I'm a living testament to that. But these are some of the things that we are doing in the Brighter Source Group, and we welcome new ideals and new people who have something they want to bring to the community, do in the community. We're wide open for that, the Brighter Source Group, and we're going to have backing, support. We're going for all the grants. We're going to do everything we can to bring this brighter source and brighter light message to the community. This is Afro Vibes Radio, the #1 internet station in the world. I just talked about the Brighter Source Group, but I want to give you our mission statement. The Brighter Source Group seeks to develop a brighter source from which brighter lights can emanate. We seek to help make each person we bring into our organization better by making ourselves better every day. Our purpose is to combat community deterioration and promote a positive lifestyle by increasing the social welfare of the city and the community where we live. We seek to increase ourselves, mind, body, and spirit, and use our increased strength to build a better community. For more information, you can message me or just check out our website, the Brighter Source Group. You got a link on the Sourceseeker website, but you can also find a link or just message me and I'll send that to you. This is the Sourceseeker Hour on Afro Vibes Radio, the #1 internet station in the world. We'll take a break right now and come right back in a few minutes.
Your favorite radio station. This is Afro Vibes Radio Houston.
Thank you. We're back now here on the Sourceseeker Hour. Thank you for joining us. The #1 internet station in the world is Afro Vibes, and we appreciate being on Afro Vibes with the Sourceseeker Hour. I'm here with my co-host, Pamela Ballard Hicks, co-producer, and her husband, Jonathan Hicks, on the Sourceseeker Hour. Can I ask more about those classes that we have so the people can start to understand what we are giving, what we are providing for them? Brother JP, can you discuss a little bit more about that?
One thing with the Brighter Source Group, with those seminars and lectures they're going to be giving, look at it from this angle. Technology is constantly evolving at a high rate. Unfortunately, we as a people in our youth, our comprehension level in life is not commensurate with the rate of technology and evolution. So we have to go back, teach them the basics. So when they look at things, right now they're looking at things at midway level, but the comprehension level is below par. And we're losing a lot of our children's ability to practice individual thought, think for themselves, the ability to process what they're seeing. Prime example, when me and you were in college together, that were things we saw at that age in our lives. But these now children now seeing that same thing in elementary school when they turn on television or when they get on YouTube. So we have to get back and teach the fundamentals of conception and comprehension to our children. We have basic and slow. We can't slow technology evolution down, but we need to find a way to speed our kids up at a rate they can comprehend as they're going through life. We're losing so many children because by the fundamentals that they just don't know better.
I'll say this, it's totally different in the way that they come into information to a certain extent. I was a reader. I was a 5-star reader, and I tell the story, if it wasn't for reading, I wouldn't have basically survived. You know, I try to get my son to read, and he just doesn't want to do it. He doesn't have any affinity for it. And the kids, like the internet has, research has shown it has a 4-second attention span. So if they don't see it in 4 seconds, they move into something else. So those are the challenges that we have in this a society, it's a lot faster, a lot quicker. People just trying to do something to grab your attention so quickly and don't have time for depth, don't have time to go thoroughly through the issue or the discussion or the thought process. So that is a great challenge that we have.
One thing about time is always consistent. Whether it's when we were growing up, nowadays, and in the future, 60 minutes is going to equal an hour. We grew up where our mothers went into the kitchen, started a stove and oven, and prepared dinner. They didn't go get our dinners from McDonald's or Burger King or Pizza Hut. They didn't go get the food, put it in the microwave. Whether they put it in, our mothers put food in the oven, put it on 351 degrees, it'll cook over a period of time, cut the nutritions in. These young people nowadays, they'll get food, put it in the microwave. They won't even take consideration all the radiation they're putting in their diet. They just want to be ready to eat in 3 minutes. So we have to go back to the basic fundamentals of life and understanding, and then build, just like building a house. If you don't lay the portal foundation for it, there's no need to try to put a framework.
I think one of the things that, as you mentioned, the 60 minutes still makes an hour. And self-care, self-love still is very important over everything else. To care about yourself, to care about your fellow man, those things are still the most important things. And we move away from that because we into so much technology and different things, and things move so quickly. But respect, love, those things are still the same. But we just have to find a different way maybe to convey them. Pam, what you say about that?
I totally agree with you, and even Jonathan. But my main thing about it is that sometimes adults, and especially our age group, we have to kind of move up to where they are. We can't expect for them to come down to where we can't expect for them to come down to where we are, or us to come up to where they are, or vice versa. We have to somehow, and I know this is hard to say because we're the adults, we're the leaders, that we have to meet them where they are.
Yes, that's very true. I would like to say maybe it's a shared way forward. We have to impart respect, and they should respect their elders. We have something to offer them, they have something to offer us. So I would say it's a shared way forward. And that's a lot of what we are trying to bring to the table in the Brighter Source group, to be able to have a shared way forward, to help people to see a vision, but also to understand where people are at, as you said, and their vision and what they are bringing to the world. Go ahead, Pam.
Where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we have to start, where they're at. We really can't. We can give them our ideas and we can give them our values, but if they're not at that level to receive it, then they just think it's going to be rhetoric.
Well, you can help with that is that we have to lead by example. We have to be honest, and before we can change our children's way of thinking, we have to change our way of thinking, our way of behavior.
And that,
and that's always a challenge.
That's environmental factors, but I was really speaking environmental factors. In addition to that, in the job that I work, Carl and I are both teachers. So we're dealing from, they have that perspective of from home, that what they have been exposed to or seen or not exposed to at some levels. And particularly with academics. When you're not exposed, you're not read to, or your vocabulary is to that point, or you're not given the basic tools you need. That's what I was saying. We got to meet them where they are. Even academically, not everybody come at fourth grade level. You have to meet them where they are, and then together, let's, we grab. I understand with Jonathan in that police perspective, because he's dealing in a different environment, that, hey, a lot of things is unacceptable. Respect first, and respect means a lot.
And overall in society, I mean, I would think education, I would think our young people, all of that is a reflection of our society and the circle that the kids and their education and everything grows up in. I talk often about circles. The circle starts even with yourself in your own household, and then branches out to those people that you interact with on a daily basis. And then as you grow in your circle, you add different people, different things. People move out, people move in, and you still, if you're living your life, you're building your circle, and it grows and grows. And if you connect it with other circles, then you can have a greater and more impactful circle. This is the Sourceseeker Hour on Afro Vibes Radio. I'm here talking with Pamela Ballard Hicks, my co-host and co-producer. I am Baruti Carl Alexander. I am the Sourceseeker and the host of the Sourceseeker Hour, and I appreciate all the people who are listening out. And we are very grateful to be back. We look forward to many different things happening and moving forward. You have a last comment? Anything, Jonathan?
I'm just understanding, truthfulness, and awareness as a whole. And as we go through these lectures with brighter sources, lectures and stuff, I'll be talking more, expounding more on those characteristics and the personality development.
We look forward to it. I'm Baruti Carl Alexander, the Sourceseeker, and we've been very grateful to be with you today. We look forward to you joining us, listening to us, and growing with us. This is the Sourceseeker Hour on Afro Vibes Radio, and we are very thankful, and we are blessed to be with you. And right now, we end. Thank you. Bye.
You can listen to Afro Vibes Radio from anywhere around the world. Simply download our app from the Apple or Google Play Store. You can also listen via TuneIn app or visit our website at afrovibesradio.com and listen live.